Every person has a name in their life. Even those who don't know what they really want from life at all, they still have a next level to find out what are their actual goals. But definitely not everyone knows how to reach that level. Or even if they know, they're too shy, afraid of something, or being unconfident in themselves. I made some researches in history and in my own life, so I want to share my experience and thoughts with you. The one who wants will achieve more than one who can. This is a famous phrase of a famous American psychologist, Henry Murray. By the way, I really like this phrase, and I use it every time it seems to me that I'm not able to achieve something or to make through some problems. It really is. Sounds a bit hard, but let me explain. Let's imagine that there is an average guy whose name is Peter. Peter has a guitar, he has tons of money, enough free time, and also he has his mom who wants him to learn how to play the guitar. There is also an average guy named Bob. Bob fell in love with a girl whose name is Sasha. Sasha loves music, and Bob decided to attract Sasha's attention at all costs. And what's the best way to attract girls' attention? Sure, right you are, to sing a serenade. That's why Bob promised himself to learn how to play the guitar. Despite he doesn't have one, he's very busy with exam preparations and so on. And who do you think will achieve some results first? Of course, Bob will. Because his patience and efforts very soon will give a visible result, unlike Peter's opportunities. The bow diploma of a professional musician will not make you an actual one, unlike the real knowledge and skills. Even if the knowledge is not proved with diplomas, documents, and so on, it can be easily proved by some actions. So, you got the point. It's not only about guitars and music, it can be everything, like learning a new language, English, for example, or just anything else. It's just an abstract example, but even better example I found in a world history. I was thinking of the best example for a pretty long time. Eventually, I decided to tell you about Samantha Reed Smith. So what's so special about this girl? Samantha Smith was born on June 29 in year 1972 in the small town of Holton, Maine. Her father served as a teacher at the University of Maine at Augusta, and her mother was a social worker. So, as you can see, Samantha was just a usual schoolgirl, not a politician or something. Also, I bet everyone knows that in the end of 20th century, there was a Cold War. It started almost immediately after World War II and was a political, economic and ideology war between United States and Soviet Union, as well as their allies. Actually, there were no full battles, that's why we call it cold. But nevertheless, it was very, very dangerous, due to the fact that humanity could have been destroyed. It sounds insane, but there really was such a danger. It could have happened because of the existence of nuclear weapons. Terrifying weapons, the use of which could have led to the complete annihilation of the whole entire population of the Earth. Can you imagine no people at the Earth at all? So, once in November 1982, when Smith was 10 years old, she wrote to Soviet leader Yuri Andropov, seeking to understand why the relations between USA and USSR were so tense. Samantha's letter was published in Soviet newspaper, and Andropov even answered her. He invited Samantha to the Soviet Union to see for herself that people in the Soviet Union don't want the war at all. And Samantha came to USSR. After her visit, she was interviewed many times. She visited many other countries, Great Britain and Japan. And she also wrote a book. Sadly, Samantha Smith died in an accident plane crash. So, just a usual schoolgirl. Just a usual schoolgirl stopped the war, brought a peace to the world, became famous, and got so much new friends. But how was she able to? She did all this thanks to the fact she was not afraid to write just a single letter. Of course, not everyone is a politician and not everyone is ready to change the world. But as an example of Peter and Bob, it's not only about changing the world. It can be anything. Don't be afraid of changing yourself. That's what I'm talking about. Don't think of others' opinion. They can laugh at you just because you're not thinking, doing, looking like them. Do whatever you want. Well, within reasonable limits, of course. Robbing the bank is not a good idea. With proper effort, anything can be achieved, even being an astronaut or a president. Oh, almost forgot. What about the ending of Peter and Bob's story? Bob sang a serenade to Sasha, they loved each other and lived a long and happy life together. And Peter was left at musical school and suffered there for ages. Thanks for your attention. Be brave and eager achieving your dreams.